Hello to the universe. My name is Forrest Brady, and I am currently 24 years old. I am an engineering student at the University of the District of Columbia, and I want to do a podcast. So, my podcast is called Prospecting for Progress, and it's a little bit of a play on words because I feel like there's a lot of information in this age. We live in the age of information, and there's a lot of silly cat videos, there's a lot of funny fail videos, there's a lot of fake news, there's a lot of real news, there's a lot of bad news, and then there's also a lot of good news. There's a lot of progress. And so my goal is to sift through all of that, kind of like in a way that an old prospector would, and just kind of find out, you know, what the truth is. The truth about everything, the truth about anything. And I'm always open-minded, and I really, really have a desire to learn. And so I thought I would share my experience with you guys, and I would try and do it as accurately and in as fun of a way as possible. So I've decided to break my podcast up into 4 different segments. And first, let me say, obviously, I know that a podcast is an audio thing, and very soon my audio for each one of my videos will be available on as many different audio streaming platforms as I could possibly get them on: iTunes, Spotify, whatever I can get them on. But I feel like video is also a very personable media outlet. It allows you to get to know me in a more intimate way, and it allows you to sort of feel like you're part of the conversation. So anyways, my podcast is going to consist of 4 segments. One is what I like to call Alter Eco, and we're going to be discussing anything to do with the alteration of our ecosystem, the environment that we live in, be it positive or negative. We're going to discuss facts, figures, consequences, predictions about the future. We're also going to discuss the politics of it, and we're also going to discuss the public opinion. So feel free to be a part of that conversation. I'm very interested to see what you guys have to say about it. The next segment is going to be called Convince Me, and I'm really interested to see how this one is going to pan out. Like I said, I'm very open-minded, so I want anybody, if you feel you're qualified to share your opinions, to come on and attempt to persuade me of your beliefs. So at that point, the guest will share their beliefs with me, whether that be religious, political, ethical, moral, philosophical, spiritual, whatever they believe in. They're going to share that with me, and they're going to try and convince me. Now, I'm not always going to play devil's advocate, but I am going to try and work things out logically and with reason. Now, obviously, every human being has their own biases that they're going to bring to the table, but I'm open-minded, and this is more of a journey that I'm sharing with you about, how I think and feel about the universe and where I'm going with that. So the third segment is going to be called the Futurist Forum. It's where I bring in an expert who's really qualified to talk about, the future of any fields: science, technology, government, nonprofits, community projects, anything that might crop up. I'm always excited to see people putting positive energy into their communities and making a difference for the future and for, generations to come. And then finally, the 4th segment is going to be called the News Interview, where I bring on a guest to talk about current events. And they'll be discussing mainly opinion-based things. I want to get that out in the open. I don't know how soon I can get, an expert that's, been on CNN or Fox or anything like that. But I'm definitely going to get people who know what they're talking about to come on, who've had experience working in politics, who can give us, some context as far as what's happened in the past. So those are my 4 segments. I might break it up into something else. Obviously, this is a work in progress. So if you're feeling like strapping in for the adventure, be prepared for evolution, because I'm always about evolving. Um, anyways, that's about it. This is my podcast. Thanks so much for joining me. Hope you enjoy.